I didn't want to be rude. Hey everybody, it's Ace Attorney time! Yeah!
Whoa. Again.
Yay!
Whoa.
Bop, 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 bop,
Shit.
bop. Bop, bop,
Who's
bop,
Ace
bop,
Attorney?
bop.
Who? Who's that?
I don't remember what we were doing.
We were questioning the butts because he's a terrible security guard.
Yes, I recall this.
There was a man who was dead upstairs.
Part 3 investigation is what we're on. We just talked to Larry, we just broke his psyche locks. Let's move to the exhibition hall.
Like diction hall
Move to...
or something. I don't know.
Move to the main exhibition hall accessible from the CEO's office. Why?
No one
Then move
knows.
to the basement warehouse. Okay. October 13, Lordly Taylor, main exhibition hall.
Ah, yes.
So Swissy's not here. He's
This
maybe
was- this
asleep.
would be-
It's hard to say.
This would perhaps be me again then, won't it?
I mean, I can do it if you
Perchance.
want. But I would just be talking to myself largely for the investigation phase of this game.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Hey, Pearl's not here. At
I just
least.
wish
She's
Swissy-
back. She fucking took a train back to Korean, so it's fine.
I just wish Swissy would be a consistent lad.
Would show up. Yeah.
Well, what are we to do? What are we to do? So anyways, I will read Maya. What's my motivation?
Reading this line, so that I don't.
Okay,
stroke.
good. The treasures of Korean exhibit is all ruined now.
Maya.
I'm sorry, it's just so sad. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling.
Maybe I can cheer her up somehow. Well, now that we've got the sacred urn back, maybe they can reopen it?
Really?
Sure, maybe we can label it the Urn of Mask the Mask's Desires. That would probably attract a lot of attention.
That's smart. Whoa, whoa, whoa! That's brilliant, Nick. We could clean up and be filthy rich. Woohoo!
Wow, that was surprisingly easy. It's nice when your friends are shallow. October 13, Lordly Taylor, basement warehouse. Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright. Miss Andrews. What's she still hanging around down here for? So, how is it going? What about the sacred urn? Hi, Mala guy. Swissy's not here, I'm sorry.
Hey, Swissy is dead again. Uh-oh.
Discord
Spaghetti.
shows that he's online, but the fact that he didn't respond to my @ makes me think that, he left his computer on and fell asleep. The urn? Oh, that.
Almost.
It's been taken care of already.
What do you mean, oh that?
Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found?
Yes, it was brought in during the trial today.
Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright.
Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Master Mask's wife that found it. Well,
Anyway,
not true.
I'm so relieved. Damask's identity. I just heard all about it on the news. So that detective was actually the thief all along. It looks that way right now. It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring Damask to guard the treasures. Don't blame yourself. You were just doing your job.
Hey Nick, if she wants to apologize, you should let her. So, when was it that you hired Detective Atme again?
About 20 days ago. And when was it that Master Mask's calling card arrived? It was Ron's hot biker wife, exactly. That was about 10 days
It was
ago.
Ron's hot biker wife.
So he
The
sent
one who I gave the worst voice.
Oh, what do you mean? She's so pleasant to talk to. I can't even
Oh,
do
you're such a sweetie.
I'm too congested to even do it. It sucks. So he
It's
sent a
very
calling card to the
hard.
very place he was hired to guard.
I guess that's it then. Detective Atme must have really wanted the sacred urn after all.
I guess so. The night of the crime. What? So Master Mask murdered someone as well? Well, that's how things look right now. Yes, but I thought that he was here stealing the urn at that time. Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything is possible. That's okay.
Nick, let's get down to business already. We have Huns to defeat. It's not as hot Asian way because they're all American, of course. Yes, of course.
Yes.
I've never seen more American people in my life, frankly, than all the people in Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney.
Then Maya top-knot kimono wearing ass.
She is... I like it when characters are aggressively whatever nationality they are, like Bandit Keith being the most American person you've seen, for example. Like, I love shit like that. Like when it's like
how
here's
every like American teenage girl character in anime like is like blonde with a tan and they speak in busted English.
Yeah, every time. It's really funny to me. It's amazing. It's like if you make an Italian character, consider just the most Italian person you've ever seen. Look, I'm saying, speaks with every hand sign, in the lexicon, knows them all. Anyways,
Mustache
has a mustache. I'm not saying every Italian character needs to be Mario, but it is funny.
But
just a pause. You know what my favorite? So you know how there's those memes sometimes where it starts saying a sentence and then like it's like the song builds up to a but.
Right.
I really like that meme, first of all, but second of all is my favorite one is the one that uses like Fistful of Dollars or whatever it is. It uses like some Western track, and like right when the butt comes in, it like plays like the sting from the Western song. It gets me every time.
Sorry, I was
don't
using
know.
this opportunity to blow my nose because Jesus Christ.
No, it's fine. I could sense it. That's why I was stalling for time. And now I will read my line again. On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme?
No, I couldn't have. After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never even caught a glimpse of him. He claims that's the way he always operates.
That's just what he says so he can have an alibi while he commits the thefts himself.
Yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed up as Mask to Mask pretty well. I'm so glad that you got your sacred urn back. Yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it. What is it? I'm not exactly sure, but somehow the urn that came back seems different. Really?
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Andrews?
No, I don't know anything. Why would I? Well, Psyche walks. Oh yeah, I guess you can see them too.
It's Ecstasy of Gold is the song I'm thinking of.
Ah.
It's a song that goes like, like towards the beginning. It's an incredible song. Listen, hot meme tip. If you're ever gonna make a meme where you like have a pause and then there's like a but or something, like something that is revealed, time it up with Ecstasy of Gold. It's very funny. But anyways. What do you think this means, Nick?
It means the person that holds the secret to the mystery of the sacred urn is our very own Miss Andrews. No. Anyway, we don't have the proof we need for that, apparently, so we need to go to the detention center. Gee, why do we
But
have
yeah,
to go
Steven,
back to the office to go to the detention center? I hate it.
It is weird how they make you do that instead of just having like a scrolling option or something. I don't know. It feels unnecessary, right? They have to
Incredibly.
like. Also, Steven, you should watch the video I sent at some point.
I will. I promise. Remind me after the
Because
stream.
it's very good. Very good.
Mm-hmm. October
Why?
13, detention center, visitors
Oh,
room.
I see.
Ah,
Yeah, I forgot
Mr.
that you read
Wright!
those. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I was wondering what you're waiting for. Mr. Delight, did they finish their interrogation?
Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore. Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see... On the same night the Sacred Urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor department store, a blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Security to hand over some money. And then that's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But
the
there's only
KB
one
stands
Ron
for
Delight,
Kane
am
Bullard.
I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Okay. Mask to mask. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are mask to mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday?
Oh my god. That was a quick response.
Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating.
But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we?
Take a good look, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself! Here I am, the tragic clown! I guess it's true, I wasn't the one who stole that urn.
Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at the time.
So then the person dressed up as Mask to Mask in this photo...
It's gotta be Detective Atme.
So that night you didn't go to Lordly Taylor, you went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KB Security at the time the blackmail note said I should.
Alright, what happened next?
Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the key card to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone? Well, that was Luke at me. I saw that shadow. Then suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam!
Look at me. Ah. Was it? Gets me. Was it Kane Bullard that hit you?
I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. So that's why you put it in the safe? Yeah, that's right. What? I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Boy, they didn't fucking change their passwords after firing this, like, chief of security guy, huh? They didn't change
Listen,
shit.
no one said that KB Security was a good security company.
I mean, they hired
Just
Larry
it was
Butts.
a security. They hired Larry Butts. I mean that alone.
It's, yeah,
Okay.
it's quite damning.
And what did you do after that?
Well, I got out of there, for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building, so I knew how to avoid being spotted by them. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, Ron. Ron, please.
Ron did
Nick.
everything in this fucking place before they fired him, dude.
They spared some expenses. All of a sudden, Mr. Delight kind of sounds like the murderer to me.
Please don't say that. why you were fired.
Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago you were forced to quit at KB Security?
How did you? I'm begging you, please don't tell Desi, please.
Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet.
Whew, thank goodness. No, but I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually.
Door gets kicked open. What was that, Ron?
Ronald!
And by the door, I mean the one that cop's standing in front of.
Just like that one Yakuza gift, she just kicks the door and he goes flying.
Yeah, she bursts into the interrogation side of the room or whatever. Why have you been hiding it away from her anyway?
Desi would despise me if she found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over.
Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place?
Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that can bring in enough money. Except being a thief. At least that's what I thought anyway. So you became Master Mask for Desiree, huh? That's pretty good. She's like, my wife is such a fucking gold digger. It's crazy. I literally can't. I cannot do it. I can't.
I can't. I mean, my God, did you hear about Amazon Prime? What a horrible invention. She doesn't even need to wait for the items anymore.
Hey, this is an article about my debut heist. Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail. But Master Mask... Nope. That's Maya.
Oh, I see. But Master Mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared.
That's right. I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Master Mask costume in a nearby
spend
plastic bucket. It's an excellent question.
Wait, no, there's I actually do know how you spend water. In the game Caves of Quad, water is currency.
Alright. Then I quickly changed it into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, eh?
I'm right. There's probably some other, like, sci-fi... I feel like there's another sci-fi thing I knew about where, like, water was currency.
Mad Max?
Can't remember what, though. Mad Max, basically, yeah. There you go. It's a cool concept. I'm a big sucker for our currency is like a thing that you also need to live. It's cool. It's like our currency is a fucking air.
It's a true dystopia then.
Yeah, because it's like, well, if I want to spend money, it's literally spending the only thing, directly the only thing keeping me alive. You know? Takes the middleman out of it.
Yeah.
Wow, awesome. Hey, hold the phone. The guard in this photo, is that you, Mr. Delight?
That's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even pearls can see through that in a heartbeat. Newspaper clipping updated in the court record. Well, as you might expect, Detective Abby found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Abby found the Master Mask disguise? That's interesting. Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him. So that's it. That's when Abby got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume.
That must have been really time-consuming, huh?
Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters.
Blackmail letters?
You got them starting when? Tell me more, now! Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. Come on, man.
Hey, I'm just a little guy.
I'm just a little guy.
I'm just a little guy, and it's my birthday.
It's my birthday.
God, he would be one of those people, wouldn't he? So basically, what this game is now saying is that Ron Delight is actually Mask the Mask, except for the fact that Luke At Me was also Mask the Mask, but like only once, I guess,
I guess.
or only sometimes. They were like both Mask the Mask, which is kind of wild if you think about it.
I try not
but
to.
anyways,
I don't.
you know what? You're not thinking of doing something stupid, are you? Of course not. I don't think.
Oh, I don't know why I
So
thought that was
something
you
about
reading the line. Is this the first one you
It
got,
wasn't.
I think?
Yeah, is this the first blackmail letter you got?
No, of course
Something like
not.
that.
This is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tears of Emanon heist. That first letter, it said, "I know you did it."
So someone found out your true identity? Just like that?
It's not easy being a master thief, you know. I've got proof that it was you, so give up, it went on to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a second, what do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000. No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail.
Plan?
Heist plans. It's not easy feeling thiefy. It's not easy being thiefy.
It's not easily being thiefly. It's not easily being thiefly.
There we go, we
Man,
got there.
what a terrible sentence. What a terrible sentence you have concocted there, Molo guy.
It's pretty bad.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should have, you know?
Mm.
Also, I think I've read this.
Oh, did you?
What are these plans you're talking about?
They were instructions
There we
on
go,
how to
read it
steal
again.
a crowd, or a painting, or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods.
Do you mean the one who planned the heists wasn't you?
No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans.
Sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him.
So Ron Delight was mask to mask after all? But someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned them all out in detail. All I had to do was deposit the
That's a
treasures
weird
I stole
thing.
into the safe deposit box. Then I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Could you try not to look so gleeful about it?
So, you went after the Sacred Urn because of those plans too?
Well, see, truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told me the truth? Yes? But please don't tell Desi, okay? Ron's testimony added to the court record. Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes, but please don't hurt me. Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday.
Why?
Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right?
I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight. Wow.
I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word. Oh, Pearls is back.
Mystic Maya! I'm just not even gonna try to do a kid voice, I think.
It's fine.
It's so hard to do. How do children speak? With their
I don't know.
stupid small mouths.
I don't know, dude. Have you ever listened to old videos of us? Because they're fucking terrible.
Dude, I love old videos of us. I used to be so full of life and wonder. And
Then
you know?
taxes happened and broke you slowly.
Then I made terrible decisions and became a tax man, you know? You hate to see it, frankly. At least I do. Hey,
Being
Pearly.
taxes.
Yeah. I'm back!
Hey, Pearls. So what have you been up to this whole time?
The secret urn, Mr. Nick. I took it to Karain Village to have it examined. And what did you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. Whew! That's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem.
What would that be?
Problem?
Is it the fact that it's covered in paint?
There's these cute little pink splotches. They said that it's paint, and they were put on the urn recently.
Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal?
What's the big deal? We've got to find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yeah, Mr. Nick. We gotta find out how they got there.
Okay, we'll go find out how they got there. Jesus. Please don't forget about me. I am accused of murder. I move back
I
to the
know you've
basement
got
where-
like a thing going on with the pink splotches, but I don't want to die.
I don't want to be executed by the state.
Which is for some reason the only, like, punishment for murder in this world. It's
I
kind
don't
of
know.
weird.
I don't know.
I don't get it. I didn't vote for it.
October 13th, Lordly Taylor, Basement Warehouse.
Hey, Rui. Yeah, it does say Amy. Whoever put paint on it also corrected the spelling.
Also fixed it to look good again. Oh, it's me. Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you.
Hello there.
I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to?
Well, actually, I was having this urn examined.
Did you bring it back with you? Why? Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn,
You did.
figure out the mystery of what actually happened here.
Ah, Danganronpa. You said Danger Ronda character, and I did no fucking clue what that was.
Danger. Ah, yes, Danger Ronda, my favorite video game character. Stupid.
Danger Ronda. We have fun.
We have a great time.
Anyways. Nick, let's look around one more time. One
Okay.
more time.
How do I slide? Paint. Looks to me like it's been dry for several days.
There's something suspicious about this paint, Mark. The bottom part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shocking pink. This is the same color of paint splotches on the urn.
I've known this the whole time. So then the question is, what's the cause of the odd shape?
Let's look around here carefully, Mr. Nick.
It's this box that also...
As opposed to indiscriminately and stupid.
As opposed to just flailing our arms around until we find evidence.
As opposed to muppeting our way through this entire goddamn room.
This box, there's
Going like,
something
"Oh!"
about it that's bothering me.
Really, huh?
Suspicious.
What could it be, though? There's something I just can't figure out what it is.
Strange.
I just keep thinking about it. I would have believed you if you'd said you spelled it like that on purpose. It's like when people spell Benedict Cumberbatch's name. Yeah, I was gonna say, once I knew that they're trying to say Danganronpangle, I would have actually accepted Danger Ronda.
Dangle.
I think you just really needed a P. You really just needed a P in there, and then it would have really been like, you know what I'm saying? There's a character in Warhammer 40k that they do a similar thing. His name is like Robert Guilliman or something, and people always are just like Robert Gurleyman or some like Robert Guillotine or something stupid like that. They fucking no one ever spells his name right. But I digress.
And everybody
That's
just
the
knows.
box That's the box the sacred urn was in. That Maya made, if I remember right.
Oh yeah, she made this box herself. Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
It looks like there's some because we called it a rough box, and then Maya went, "Aw." Oh hey,
I think
burger,
there was
like
some...
burger.
I think... Oh, no. Oh, my hair is coming out just in bunches.
What?
My beautiful locks.
What are you talking about? What's happening?
I was brushing some hair out of my face and just pulled out, like, a bit of it.
I
My
can't
hair
believe
is
you're
barely
rapidly
attached, you see.
balding.
Yeah, I know, right? It sucks.
I am also balding. It's great. Every day I look in the mirror and I go, ah, my hairline recedes ever more. Soon I will just be Jeff Bezos. But
Soon
fat,
you will be the
fat Bezos. I will be the Omega Mind. It's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn.
I think I know how the paint got on it now.
Alright, let's investigate it again, Nick.
Urn box out of the court record. Yeah, I mean, it was obvious the whole time, but... Take that. I don't know why this matters. This seems like a side quest. This has nothing to do with the murder investigation, I'm pretty sure. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. The urn that was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. A fake? You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence that the urn was submitted at the trial was genuine? I think I just fucking presented...
Yes, Pearl.
Oh, the poster.
Yeah, I would just present Pearl,
No, it's
right?
it's the urn.
Oh.
The urn itself. The urn itself.
Oh, I see.
I read ahead again. Sorry to break it to you, but this urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to Corraine Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how... What she discovered was that the urn had been broken. Again. Did you say... again? Yes, it was
Bezos,
broken.
but not a multi-billionaire.
Yes, it's broken.
I'm just like Jeff Bezos, but I don't own Amazon. I'm not a multi-billionaire, and
You're also not recently divorced.
I'm not recently divorced. So, but other than those, I'm basically Jeff Bezos. If I never really,
Jeff Bezos
you know, identify
himself.
with the character. I'm basically Jeff Bezos.
Yes, it was broken once a year ago, and now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too. Recently? Are you saying that the urn was broken recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Recently.
Why do you think
That's
it was
what I
broken
would
recently?
say.
How do you know? Well, you see, we have... where is it? Is this one? A poster of the busted ass
Yeah.
urn.
I am...
Take that!
Why did she put it back to... Like, I know that she put it back to say Amy because that is
It was
what
correct.
makes sense. But, like, why does she think that no one would notice when they took a fucking, like, photo of it as saying I am?
This
You know?
poster, it was made recently, right? Poster? Ah, the poster for the exhibit. At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said I am on it, and also looked like shit. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says Amy, and looks like an urn. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. Ah! I am? What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken. That was a mistake. Now, tell the truth. Ah, wait! 4? Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. Looks like she's not going to give up that last psyche lock so easily. Do you have any proof the earth was broken her Taylor? Yeah,
Something with the paint.
The paint.
It was fucking paint. Apparently, the urn was broken a third time in the
Paint
by
marks.
anime.
Do I have a...
In the anime rules.
I don't think I have a thing. It says present the paint marks, but like.
Well, either the urn or the box. Yeah.
I don't have paint marks. Is not one of my pieces of evidence. Was it supposed to be?
Well, just try one. It's not. We only lose 2. Just present the box.
Well, Miss Andrews, what's that urn? There's some on the box. Oh, okay. It's just they removed this as a piece of evidence in this. I was looking for a different thing. No matter how you look at it, the paint seems to be exactly the same, wouldn't you say? So I thought that was a fail state. That's why I just kept on skipping through it. So what does that prove? That the urn was dropped along with the box. That's when they both got paint on them. Are you with me so far? Yes. The rest of the story is obvious. This box was dropped right here in Lordly Taylor's basement warehouse. If I can prove that, it means the urn was broken here too. So can you prove that? Can you prove that box was dropped here in the basement warehouse? Present the urn box. Let's swap the paint box and the urn box with the same thing. Yeah, if I present the fucking box. Take that, I think. Well, Miss Andrews? Nope. Okay, so I need to go get the paint marks evidence really quick, because apparently I didn't. Even though I clicked on it. I don't think I have enough...
You fool.
I clicked on it. What do you want from me?
I want you to do better.
Looks like it's been dried for several to bottom left. This because the shape is it's the oh you had to click on the box first.
Wow, you're right. Look, it matches. What is it, Mr. Nick?
It's all turning out exactly as I thought it would. It's all starting to become clear. We're that much closer to solving the mystery.
There's a flashback that urn was broken when Maya was tiny, and Mia fixed it. So they've just broken this urn for like a century.
Faye's have been breaking this urn for as long as there's been an urn. Miss Andrews, do I know anything? Blah, 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 blah. Present the sacred
Miss
urn.
Andrews, urn.
Urn?
You look her in the eye. You say, Miss Andrews. She looks at you. You take a breath. Urn?
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 Take that. It does.
Wait, you have to redo both the first Psyche Lock too?
Yeah, you have to do the whole shit again.
Amazing.
Probably, do you have any proof it was broken here? Present the paint marks. You can apparently do these in either order, but, like, we didn't have one of them. Take that. Well, Miss Andrews, what is this supposed to mean? There's pink paint all over this urn. There's pink paint all over the floor and walls of the basement warehouse. In other words, this urn was broken here. This urn was broken here. You can't weasel out of this one, Miss Andrews. But, uh-oh.
And what do you have to say about this urn?
But you can get pink paint anywhere. Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure. Well, there is in my room. Liar. Anyway, the paint on the urn and the paint on the floor, there's no proof that it's the same paint. Come on, this is getting ridiculous. The proof linking the paint to the urn and the paint on the floor is this. The box. This box. The urn was stored in this, right? Yes, that's right. Well, there's pink paint on this box as well. Ah, I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. The paint on the floor has an odd shape imprinted in it, doesn't it? Yes. If you put this box under the impression of the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken. Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright.
Because he's right.
Sacred urn. I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn. Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. I'm a terrible person.
Why was this important
Not
again?
only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did.
Well, that's not so hard to understand, is it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels.
Maya knew the whole time. It happened about 2 weeks ago. Just after the poster photo was taken, on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. When I tripped on a paint can and lost... When I tripped on a, for some reason, open paint can and lost my balance. The box I was carrying crashed to the ground. Crash. I heard a terrible noise and I thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box and that's when it happened. The broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock. I thought it a huge scream. Ah! It sounded like that.
I could totally see how that could have happened.
Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Korean Village, so I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big.
And that's when the I am got changed to Amy?
I didn't know how it was originally written, but any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Amy.
Any sane person? Really?
No, Pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway,
They need to stop showing that image. I hate it. It makes me sad.
Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom and no one had seen it since then. Sacred urn updated in the court record.
But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains.
No, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. The Amy Faye statue. Aha! The first time that we came down here. It was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen.
But, Mr. Nick, there were no paint marks on the wall or the floor of the warehouse when we were here.
Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive at the mountain training hall.
It's probably a lot harder with kanji. True! As opposed to just 3 letters.
Right.
And?
I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it.
I see. Now it makes perfect sense. But there's still one thing I find strange.
What is it, Pearl?
The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. And at that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible.
She's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews? Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again?
Well then, who was it? Who would have done it and why? And where and how?
On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. Then the next day, it was moved. But why? Amy Faye's golden statue updated in the court record. It looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case.
But why? Why do you think so, Nick?
Because that night, the real thief, Ron Delight, was at KB Security. So then why did another mask to mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact.
One undeniable fact?
The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but it looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance.
The real mask to mask. This time it's personal.
So here's what I'm having trouble with. As I don't remember the exact facts of the case. Like, I know how this case goes roughly, but the back half of it I actually don't remember that much of. Here's what's currently troubling me, not being able to remember how the rest of this case goes. If if Luke Atme was, we saw him in that brief flash where Ron was getting knocked out. You could see his outline in the shadow because nobody else looks like that. If he knocked out Ron at KB security in the CEO's office at midnight when he was supposed to be there, then he must have had to doctor the security camera footage or something to show that he was there at noon or at midnight if he was the one in the mask-to-mask costume. So I don't remember if there's a third character we just haven't met yet, or if...
Like, I thought that's implying is that there's a third mask-to-mask.
I guess there must be, or something.
We'll find out eventually.
We'll find. I mean, I hope so. It'd be a bad mystery game if you don't get to solve the mystery at the end of it. October 14th,
you fail and can never try again. It uninstalls the game from your account.
The case remains unsolved.
It unpurchases it.
Like the first fucking like the first bad ending we got in fucking the Somnium Files. The case remains unsolved. Try again, dipshit.
Eat shit and die, idiot. Hey, Nick.
What is it this time?
You won't believe how many people are here for the trial.
Well, it is a murder case.
What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door.
Next door?
Why don't you know about this, Nick? They're having Detective Atme's trial today.
Detective Atme?
They say they're going to try him as mask to mask.
Already? That was fast.
Boy, I'd love to see the mask to mask trial.
Who the fuck? By the way, where's Pearls?
I know. Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore. Something about Burger King voice.
I know you don't like me, I think. Pearls has really gotten into her training lately, huh?
Yeah, ever since that incident last year.
Please don't ignore me!
Oh, Mr. Delight, good morning.
No one likes me. No one would notice me even if I killed someone.
Come on, don't be silly. Well, wait a second.
You don't mean you're the murderer? No, no, I'm just a poor thief. No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor. Now,
well, you kind of sounded like you were.
According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending him to help him commit the heists.
You really think there's a connection between the thief and the murderer, Nick?
It's possible, but today's trial was a race against the clock.
Huh? How come? Let's just take our time as always.
I'm afraid that's not
I appreciate
an option.
the Burger King voice world building, Josh. Oh, always. The Burger King foot lettuce voice being linked to spirit medium training is incredible. It's the best thing we've ever thought of, frankly. And the fact that Steven doesn't officially support it is a crime.
I said nothing about that.
I could feel it. I could tell.
Listen, I just didn't want
I
just didn't want every third character in this series to sound like Burger King foot lettuce, okay? I did it for one character in Danganronpa 3 and Swissy never got over it. And it also kind of evolved into its own thing by the end anyway. Whatever.
Question mark?
October
I said
14th,
question
10
mark, you just didn't hear me.
Court, courtroom number 6.
Yes, the good voice. The court is now set for trial, Mr. Ronnie.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Oh, right. I'm also this guy. You're ready. Preparation is the last refuge of the weak.
What does that mean? Does that mean you're not ready?
I think he's implying that only the weak need to prepare because the strong just don't, I guess?
Are just correct, I suppose.
But anyways, alright, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godo.
He got the judge in the palm of his hand yet again.
Is that what that is? Is that what he has? Rhonda Light is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all.
What?
What? I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godo. I mean, I was in a war. Does that help you? Does that mean anything?
Oh, I'm sorry, Rui.
Then you need to get out more. Because my phone or TV's Twitch support is very bad. Oof. That's a big F.
That do be
Better
enough,
luck
though.
next time.
You can always catch the
Life is
VOD.
war. You can always catch the VOD. Or upload when we upload it to YouTube. The options aren't well, not endless.
There's
They're
two of them. There's two of them, and one of them
there's
goes
two,
away in
but
2
there are
weeks.
but there are two options. So I mean that's cool. Life is war. But that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording.
What?
That's all my statement means. You understand now, right?
No!
Yeah! Well then, let me briefly summarize the details of the case.
Wow, the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change.
I, the judge, murdered this face. He's just like horribly off. I'm pretty sure that Edgeworth is the defendant. He's a guy, right?
I remember that lad.
I think he had a southern accent for some reason.
Hmm.
The victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of the death was estimated as 1 a.m. of the previous day. And that's where our lost little kitten dropped the ball. That lost little kitten is, of course, the defendant.
You can also DVR the stream to watch it with your VHS player. I don't know if that's true or not.
Imagine.
Can you imagine why the thought of popping a fucking VHS into a VHS player and it's one of our like modern streams? It just fucking that just killed me inside a little bit. I kind of want to find a way to make that happen just so I can own a VHS of like some dumb shit we do someday.
Are you saying we shouldn't be immortalized on VHS? The timeless medium.
Physical media, the only medium that matters.
The funny thing is that VHSs just eventually go bad. is something I've learned. Like, because they were
the tape just gets like warped over time or something, right?
it just like fucks
existing.
up. Like, yeah, like because they didn't actually plan on anyone using them for like a long time. It's kind of funny.
They were not thinking 20 to 30 years ahead.
I mean, there's got to be a way to record it. You probably couldn't screen capture. If nothing else, you could play it back on a TV and like record the TV
Just
with a VHS. Like people used to do that. Yeah. You just have to hook up a stream. You just have to show our stream on a CRT. That's step one.
That's number one.
Number one.
You're going to need some converters.
Imagine that. Retro game night, and then we play Ace Attorney. And we have to talk through tin cans. So it sounds like we're on old-timey radios where it's like, oh, what, Mr. Gordo? Please call your first witness. No. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial.
Jesus Christ.
That's so much coffee.
That's so much coffee.
But the first one is always the best.
Mr. Goto, your witness.
Slorp.
Okay then, let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself.
The defendant. Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? It may be a bit of disadvantage having the defendant testify, but
I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. I was waiting to have a voice line so I could do the tin can thing. I just didn't have one for a little bit.
It was pretty good. It sounded like you were at the end of a tunnel, speaking to me, warning me of what's to come.
That could be because my tin can
Also-
was actually a fucking 64-ounce thermos.
Pringles can. Oh, I see.
She allowed me to
Well, the
testify
guy
so she could do
definitely-
the cross-examination. No.
Gato definitely has just like an insane palpitation. He's just like, my heart doesn't actually beat unless I have caffeine in my system.
His BPM is just yes.
It's adapted. If I don't have enough caffeine, I just die as my heart slows to a crawl.
She put a lot of trust in me back then.
Oh.
We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify.
I also don't really know where I ended up with Goto's voice, but it's not Snake.
No, it's fine. I like
I don't
it.
know what it is. It's me doing a voice.
It's deep.
Sure. I just like it because I can remember what it is, which is the real hallmark. Because there's a lot of voices where I'm like, ah, fuck.
Right.
Ah.
You just need something that works, and I think it works well.
I like that he still doesn't know Wright's last name. He just can't be bothered.
I
To,
think
like,
he
learn
does,
it.
and he's just calling him trite as an insult.
Oh, I see. That, you know what? That makes more sense. Huh. You've got guts, Trite.
alright then, Mr. Rondelite, please take the stand.
Slurp.
You did it, didn't you?
Yes? What? No, that's not true.
Case closed, Your Honor. Kill him now. Sorry, I need a second to process that whole scene again.
That was just like...
Goto just like takes his mug. He's like, you did it.
Yep. Sure did. Oh, fuck, no, wait.
I want a do-over.
Mulligan.
From out there, I thought we'd set the world record for the shortest trial ever.
Well, Mr. Delight already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making.
Once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin. Do your parents know you did it?
Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Bullard, why did you go to KB Security?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go home.
Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened.
Don't worry, Josh, I'm keeping an eye on the clock. We are super duper not finishing this trial tonight. I visited KV Security. That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KV Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KV Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was.
1 a.m. The exact time the murder took place.
His fucking smug ass face as another cup of coffee is fucking thrown down the bench gets me.
This is the thing,
Every
right? Is
time.
that the bench isn't even that long.
No, the bench ends like 2 inches. If you pan to the right, like just like half a centimeter, the bench is over. It's amazing.
Who's doing this?
I assume he's got like a team of paralegals that are just on constant coffee duty. The weak get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up. Huh. It's bitter today too. Just like my destiny.
What?
You never know from the way he's chugging it down.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
I want these clowns out of my court as soon as possible.
You know, I have normal cases when you guys aren't here. It's like cut and dry.
Hold it.
People walk in, they say, yeah, I have a traffic ticket, and I say, $500 fine, and they go, okay. It's great. None of this bullshit.
My days are very normal, and then I see that Phoenix Wright is on my docket, and I go, son of a bitch.
I have to take extra Excedrin just in the morning as a precaution.
It ordered you there? It was the first time I got a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere.
Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then?
Yeah, of course. They'd say things like, steal this, or take that. Hold it. Haha, why don't you save those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say anymore. Now, what should I do? Press harder? So what did the blackmail letter question say? It said to bring $50,000.
Money, huh? A perfect motive for committing murder.
Oh, but wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway.
Yes.
Oh, is that right?
After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of.
An important point indeed. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Huh.
Money mud skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. Blackmail threat didn't scare me. It wasn't going to cause me trouble or anything. Hold it! Oh, wait. In order you... I just did this.
You did it.
It said to press on 3. Oh, the real 3, not the one we just got. Hold it. You used to be a security chief for KB Security, right? Yes, that's right.
A security chief? You?
And yet, a year ago, you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge. A perfect murder for motive, wouldn't you say?
What?
I realized as I was saying it, I fucked it up, but I didn't want to stop.
Just kept going.
I just kept... And you know what? It's Godo, so it's fine. He doesn't make sense
fine.
anyways.
He just sort of says shit. This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject? Why you were fired. Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired for your job. Well...
The world is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked that.
Okay, then I take it back.
Defendant, please answer the question.
Well, I needed money.
You needed money?
Well, you see, Desi loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby.
Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick?
My salary
No, it
wasn't
is not.
nearly enough. So I stole data from the company.
Oof.
Come again? KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief...
You stole some data and sold it.
Mr. Bullard found out and I was fired immediately. What? I wish I had never asked that. I was somehow able to keep it secret and made it seem like I'd quit on my own. But I didn't tell my wife.
What is it, Nick? You don't look so good. Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You'd do well to remember that. He sure told you.
I own my company. I can't fire me.
So you admit that you stole data from your company, is that correct?
Yes, I'm sorry.
This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony.
Oh man, this whole thing has just took a big turn for the worse, crashed and blew up. It's gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster. Fired me for selling company secrets, worked for KB. The blackmail threat didn't scare me. It wasn't gonna cause me trouble or anything. Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
It feels like it may have caused you some trouble. Objection. Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday. What doesn't? I think you must have been scared. Very scared. Of having a certain person find out your secret.
I didn't realize, like, Ron and Desi are, like, 20, like, in their 20s. Like, he said that Desiree was, like, 23.
Oh, what, really? Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, they're like 23.
I would have assumed
I
like late
thought
20s.
like 30s.
Maybe,
Or
yeah.
late 20s, early 30s.
Nope.
Because that's normally where everyone else is, I thought.
Fuck me.
But they're like literally younger than we are.
These two people are younger than us. Oh, that hurts.
I know!
That hurts
It actually gave me pause.
Luke's fucking... Oh, fuck me, dude. That sucks. I am the same age as Phoenix Wright. or I will be in 3 months. Jesus Christ.
How old is Andrews at least? Is she?
Oh God.
Because you went to click on Desi, and I noticed.
24.
Oh no, we're the same age as Larry Butts.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
Because I noticed when you clicked on Desiree Delight that she was 23, and I went, 23?
Jesus Christ.
A certain person.
Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife. Oh, but I... Listen to me, my Desi, she's...
It looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins.
Godo.
Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault.
The flashback...
What do you mean?
High school uniform. Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habits, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how this murder came about.
Oh.
No, everything is falling neatly into place for him. Don't talk about my Desi like that, or you'll be sorry. I'll kill you, motherfucker. How dare you say anything bad about my bitch of a wife?
I'm hopped up on bath salts all the time. I'll tear out your intestines.
Cocaine.
Do you think I'm a sane, normal person?
No.
I've done stuff. You wouldn't fucking believe it. What is one man to the might of a god? Oh.
Well, it seems.
I just now got the Gado thing you just said. It took me a second.
No, thank you.
It was pretty good.
It was
solid.
Those. Sometimes you just gotta go for it, not knowing if anyone will get it. You know.
Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick?
I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes.
Clearly, there's sufficient motive for murder. He sold data for his wife, and he killed to protect his secret. A family man who cared just a little too much.
Oh, fuck. Got caught halfway between Judge and Godo there. Not a good place to be. The motive is clear. Let's move on.
Ugh.
What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight?
Ah,
Come on. Tell us. We're all ears. Like a field of corn.
witness testimony at the CEO's office. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Yeah, I mean... Suddenly,
that's
said
look
on the
at me.
forehead. Yeah, I mean... If they didn't want us to know, they would have made it a more vague shape, but no one else looks like that. Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Buller was lying there dead.
I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided a similar testimony. He said that Master Mask struck him on the head from behind.
Of course, since Atme turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie. Jesus. Sorry. Died just a little bit there in the middle of that sentence.
No one's going to believe a pathetic lie like that.
What are you saying? I really was attacked.
I'm saying I do not love the way you lie.
We'll find out if you say what you say is true or not during the cross-examination.
Got that, Mr. Trite? Don't go easy just because he's your client. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend.
You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godo. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it. Because I asked him with my magic truth rock.
And guess what? Truth Rock don't lie.
Alright, I think this is actually a decent place to stop, because it looks like there's a bunch of stuff before the next, like, break in testimony.
Oh, I see.
I was scrolling down because, like, this is the last piece of testimony on this page. After this, it's gonna be, like, there's, like, 5 or 6 paragraphs, and that usually means that there's a lot of dialogue. Certainly more than 10 minutes worth of dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow for Yakuza. Bye.
Goodbye.
Wait, I have a button.
Change the
Bye.
world.
It still doesn't
My
work.
final message. Goodbye.